Zach and Presley. I can't remember her name, but in the movie, but that and it's got to be the brother Hayate and Donovan was Eric Roberts was a great fight scene.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
I laughed out loud the times where he walks towards them with the,
right. Yeah,
just the beginning of the fight scene itself is fine, but just the beginning of it, he does like these kung fu wushu style like hand movements. It's very silly, and I have to say my favorite fight scene may have been, aside from when the charge who's supposed to protect Katsumi.
Yeah.
When he's breaking in, he has to fight all those guys.
Right.
And he does like all the wire works and breakdancing fighting. I really enjoyed that. But like the video game fighting was the Bikini Beach fight.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Not only, they look great, but it was a great fight scene.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And it's shot beautifully. There's wire work. It looks crisp. It looks like, once again, it looks like they're capable. It doesn't really make sense that they're fighting in bathing suits, but I'm fine with that. I can look past it. And you get, it becomes a purposeful fight. She's trying to look at the thing, and you get an unexpected loss.
Yeah, yeah. I liked it a lot just because that wasn't Jamie Presley. That was
that was
Valance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who was the other girl? I'm trying to think.
Sarah Carter?
Yeah. And because that ends with because they go into like the mud and stuff like that. Yeah, that was really interesting as far as that. Man, that may be my favorite too, because I remember watching that and having to rewind it again and watching that a couple of times and being that's really cool how they shot that.
It's just a well done fight scene.
Yeah.
Like I said, aside from the fact that yes, these two beautiful women are in bathing suits, but maybe it's even more impressive that wasn't the reason I thought it was a great fight scene.
Yeah. At no point did that ever distract me. Like,
yeah, me either.
It was like, oh man, look at this. Yeah,
there were times where it was obvious the shot was meant to portray that.
Sure.
I feel like, but when it was time to fight, that's all I cared about.
Yeah, and like we mentioned a couple of times, I think the only two times that it really stuck out was Presley at the first introducing her, and then the assassin.
Yeah, when she's getting naked,
and
apparently there's true nudity in that scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's apparently a DVD cut of that where you see.
But I see that being justified though too in a Daniel Craig Bondish kind of way.
You see his butt when he's fighting, like Viggo Mortensen in that bathhouse fight.
That's exactly how it is. Just Russian mob
with those fish gut knives, just fighting each other. So everyone. That's another thing. Everyone gets to show off their ability. Jamie Presley gets to do it maybe more than anybody. The one where she fights her dad and she beats him.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash later, and he's out of the film for the rest of the time.
Beats Leon as well. Yeah. There was a point when I was like, wait, what happened to Nash? And I had to rewind it to make sure I didn't miss something too. And it's just like, nope, he's gone.
No, he just gives a thumbs up and goes home.
That's it. He just takes his loss. And
so, I don't know. What other fight scenes I don't want to gloss over anything.
Yeah. There's the Leon fight scene, with the girl when the girls fight him when he comes in too.
And that's a fun one. Thanks for bringing that up because it's like there's enough comedy in there, and it's a unique thing to where she doesn't discover through film and stuff that he didn't kill Hayate.
Right.
She's like, "You're a weak ass bitch,"
Yeah.
I can kick your ass. There's no way you killed the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really fun plot twist. To that, and she takes care of him. He's jacked.
He is. He's a big dude. Yeah, he's a big dude. But I mean, other than those, I don't think we're glossing. I think we've touched on every big fight that there is.
Yeah. And I wish there was more stuff in this movie, like I said, to make fun of. But I think if in the vein of movies that Marcus and I really enjoy to watch, I think it's just a really fun movie to watch.
They knew what they were doing too. They knew that it was kind of giving the wink the whole time to it, and it was just fun. They just let him go, and
I think that's key. It's like you can't go into this movie and be like, I'm going to change the game. It's like there's a certain you can do. I just go in and be like, I want to give them what they want.
Yeah,
and do that, and maybe put in your own style, which I think Corrigan was able to do with the action fight scenes, and then. I was just really satisfied. I certainly enjoyed it more than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. don't know if it's a better movie than the first Mortal Kombat. I don't think it is. But it's better than Street Fighter.
It would be hard, like, definitely better than Street Fighter and Annihilation. Two things, like, if I were to have never seen Mortal Kombat, the original, and watch D.O.A. and Mortal Kombat now, maybe I could say D.O.A. would have been my favorite, than that if I didn't have my heart wasn't in Mortal Kombat for as long as it has been. But also, if they would have made this movie in 1997 instead of 2007, that would have killed.
I think
that
would
have killed.
I think that's really a fair point. I think this movie would have absolutely, like you said, I think it would have done a lot better.
And what sucks, too, is that, during this time when I was looking at stuff on YouTube, I saw nothing but good comments, of course. And I mean, a lot of those are fan guys and girls of D.O.A. probably. But a lot of them were like, I'd never played the game and saw the movie, and I love the movie. It's so much fun. And then you see the reviews of how we are now with reviews and the new Mortal Kombat that just came out. And people are like, there wasn't even a tournament. They got their powers from this thing called a Kama, and stuff like that. And it's, what do you guys... I can't imagine the director and people just like, what do you want from us? We have tried to give you this, and like... as we talked about in our other one, I mean, we love that how it was. Like, Shang Tsung would have not had a tournament. If he can cheat, then he'll cheat and go do what he did.
And he did have a tournament, and everyone panned it. So it's like, I couldn't imagine the cult following of like a Star Wars or something like that. You're in a lose-lose overall. But I think, you have to assume that this is the first in a series. And if this Mortal Kombat is the first in a series, I think it's been... The director and producers have come out and said the next one will have a tournament format. Yeah. So you can only hope.
Who is like the Liu Kang or even like the Sub-Zero? Who is the big guy in D.O.A. or a girl? Is there?
I think it was all girls. I think it was like a Katsumi.
Okay.
And those four. I think a lot of the time they were the big ones.
They're like the staple of D.O.A. kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. They must be. And then there's D.O.A. volleyball, which is a fun thing. I like the idea of what if there was like Mortal Kombat ice hockey?
Yeah, mini golf, Mortal Kombat, something like that.
Like take like Mario, this character, and put all these other tertiary characters in a go-kart or golf or tennis.
There you go.
You could do Scorpion using abilities.
I'd love that. Yeah.
I would have loved it. So good for them. Overall, once again, this movie's fantastic. And let's go ahead and let's hop right into it. We're talking about the boss fight.
Boss fight.
Yeah, it was fun. It put together everything that was being asked during the movie.
Yeah.
It did everything. Donovan got all his powers. There was a lot of stop motion, slow motion kind of framing with the final fight and everything too. And we get like a good 20-minute fight.
Yeah,
we get Donovan against Hayate, his super soldier that he's waited to fight to bring out and fight. And then, we get all through the jumping through the temple and everything too, and it was a lot of fun.
It really was.
Yeah.
And Eric Roberts holds up his end, and then that whole temple fight with all those wires and stuff like that. I mean, I certainly I don't want to say I rolled my eyes, but I'd be like, oh, wow. There's a few of those things. Like, there were a few inconsistencies. Like, I know his glasses download information, but it never struck me that they gave him superpowers, just the knowledge of fighting. So, like, when he wraps the chains around him and, like, slings these women around, it makes it seem like he's superhuman.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't tell if that's what they were going for with him.
I was the same way because I didn't know, and maybe I was just thinking too much into this, but while he had the glasses on, I was like, wait, is there something that's going into his, is there something implanted from the glasses to his body that's giving him powers, or is he just learning in these things too? And so that was what I was a little confused about, but I mean, it still paid off. He's wearing glasses.
Yeah, he's wearing
I don't care what he does.
He's wearing assistant football coach. Practice glasses.
O-line assistant coach.
Get down there, boy. And they fight everyone.
Yeah.
And they all end up working together once again.
Love the ladder where she throws out the ladder scene. That was so much. It got to a point where it's just like there was a point when I was rolling my eyes, but then I was like, wait, I've watched every Fast and Furious, and I've gone along with everything that they've done.
You're absolutely right.
Why am I not going along with this?
Yeah, what is this? It's stopping me. And then we get the acupuncture needles come back and paralyze Eric Roberts, and he has to burn with his treasure, basically.
Great final kill. Like, they showed more than I thought they would.
Yeah, his face slowly starts to melt away. Yeah. We get all of the actors doing their big swan dive out.
Yeah, that was fun. Fun.
And then everyone gets, we get a happy ever after, like, everyone gets to go and have sex.
Yeah, and then we get the callback to the pirates at the end, too, which was great.
Where Jamie Presley gets to go fight everybody again. Yeah. I like that they didn't give her a guy either. Yeah. She didn't care.
No, she didn't. No, she was just there to fight. That's all she wanted to do.
And she wanted to prove that wrestling isn't fake.
And $10 million out the window, too, man.
Yeah, no one got any money. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Damn. You would think they would have got something.
One bag, man. Come on, guys.
Yeah, between the three of them, they were so worried about Homeboy trying to steal. They're like, you can't, let's go. It's like, well, if we all three get it.
We can do it, yeah. Throw it down the chute. That's all you had to do.
Those bags are waterproof. So the movie ends with everyone making out. The rollerblade girl.
Weatherby. We didn't even talk about Weatherby the whole time.
The hacker. We get a hacker because it's 2007 and the jump drives are brand new. And there's a lot to talk about in this film. Love to hear from you all if you've seen this and are interested in letting us know how you feel about it, because obviously Marcus and I loved it. I don't think many critics did, but I think it holds a special place. Like you said, these were the type of movies that were coming out in 97. These video game. Let's capitalize. And then all of a sudden 2007, like this video game that I guess, like we said, there's been like 8.
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's popular some way. Maybe it's more popular overseas.
Isn't that weird, like these fighting games where it's like the straight up, I don't want to say straight up because there's powers in every one of them, but you get more like Virtua Fighter, D.O.A., stuff like that those are more Japan, China heavy favorites. Yeah. Where I don't think Mortal Kombat is nearly as favored as Street Fighter, right? You know, all those other games like that. I think Mortal Kombat is just like more an American favorite.
And it's American made. Yeah. Chicago, Illinois. Midway Games.
Maybe that's why,
Near Midway Airport, I assume.
I did want to say one more thing.
Yeah, please.
I think when I realized how much I love this movie was not just the fighting, but that's why I wanted to say Weatherby. Because I think my favorite part was when he was trying to stop the download, and you get like, you see the guys just on the office screen call that he's trying to send out. You got one guy who just looks like he's in his burger shack waiting for this download to happen. You get so many different people who are just workers on the movie, probably, you know, just hanging out. But you get Weatherby going to CIA.gov, and somehow from there you could just contact the CIA to go stop something from
contact us. Let's just go through the basic format. Frequently asked questions. How to contact us. I'm in.
That's it, and I love that part.
They had some really funny lines. I really enjoyed. I keep calling her rollerblading girl, but I liked her stairs fight scene too.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
like once again, she doesn't seem like she's going to be capable, but she comes across as great, like very believable,
easily.
Well, I mean, believable, quote unquote, like within these. But she's fighting multiple people. The wire work she's doing looks good. Just hats off to the entire crew and the cast.
Yeah,
everyone like pulled their weight and made this sort of laughably bad movie pretty fucking great.
Yeah, I could definitely see me watching this again. Just like, I wonder what I missed in that movie. That's fun, kind of thing.
Usually with this podcast, I watch the movie twice.
Yeah,
I'll get an initial viewing and then I'll watch it again with more purpose. But then sometimes I'll just have it on for a third time, just in the background. Annihilation? No.
Not again,
No.
Don't need it.
This, I wanted to watch it again immediately. I didn't, but it's rewatchable. It's fun. And I encourage you to go see it. Let us know what you thought about it.
Yeah, please.
Let us know. bbkaratepodcast@gmail.com. And that is D.O.A. And that concludes a month of fighting video games to movie, and I don't think it disappointed. Now, Marcus, here we are, the last one. It was D.O.A.
Right.
What do you think is your favorite?
I think
including the new Mortal Kombat.
It's the new Mortal Kombat.
New Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's kind of shitty to throw up against everything else that we did, but it's definitely. I love the new Mortal Kombat. I don't care what people are saying about the new Liu Kang. I don't care about any of that. I loved everything about it. It was fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the whole thing.
It'll be tough for me to not to say that the first Mortal Kombat is not my favorite of all this, including the new one, just because I have such a soft spot for it. But I would say that the most fun I had watching a movie may have been